Hi, it's Virginia. I think one of the biggest things for people to understand is really managing our Chrome extensions. It can be a little hairy, especially if you have a lot like I do. And if you notice across the top of my Chrome browser, I have my Omni bar, and then all the way at the end, I have extensions. And I actually have a lot of extensions installed. I probably have over 60, but I don't have them all being used at the same time. I do use an extension manager. It makes it much easier, but a teacher or an administrator can really quickly go in and they can look at the extensions they have turned on. So this is the process of how to do that. We're going to click on the three dots. So we call that a traffic light or a right side up ellipses or a snowman, whatever you happen to call it. And we're going to go into the settings. And once our settings have opened, we're going to go all the way over to the left-hand side and we're going to click on the button extensions. And in here are all the extensions that I have installed. If they are gray, they are turned off. If they are blue, they are turned on. So the reason to check extensions, if your browser starts to have problems and it starts to behave badly, so browser's behaving badly, what you really want to do is you want to go and you want to turn your extensions off, and then you want to turn them on one by one at a time to see if it's a browser extension that is causing havoc with your browser. It's usually the last one you install. But unfortunately, there's really not a way to be able to go through and look at them by the date they're installed that I know of. There may be one that I'm just not sure of. I think your Google Domain Administrator would be able to do that for your specific device. So you want to look through and you just want to look for the ones that are turned on that have the blue. So I would know like this is a new one that I've just turned on. I may have added the Cisco WebEx extension, literally new, so I can just turn that back on. So you can turn them on and off this way. The other thing too is if there's things you're not going to use anymore, you can turn them off. For example, course downloader. I was taking a few courses. I don't need this anymore, so I can remove it. That's always a good idea to kind of go through every once in a while. This is Crafty Writes. I don't use that anymore. I don't really use Delicious Bookmarks extension anymore. So those are things that I can get rid of. Drive Slides was deprecated, so I'm going to get rid of that. So there's things that just sit in here that I don't use anymore. So even I have to go through every once in a while and just clean it up. It makes more sense to get them clean so you have them ready to go. And then when you're all done, there's no save button. This is going to automatically save. You see that there's no problem with going back and forth. You can also turn on development mode, which really doesn't give you much more. It just tells you the ID of each of those. You don't really need that, but you can click around. You're not going to break it. So my recommendation is always make sure you're turning off extensions. If you're all of a sudden your browser starts to act a little wonky, doesn't load things correctly. Hope that helps. Let me know if you have any questions. Thanks. Bye.